The following is an Outdoor Channel original production.
Montana, big sky country. Protecting this rugged wilderness is a brave group of men and women. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of the last best place.
We just turned around, had a truck go by me. It's 9th of November, and this guy's got a Christmas tree in the back. Thought I saw some orange, I'm not sure, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense. We're gonna stop it.
State Game Warden John Lasofsky makes a stop near White Sulphur Springs.
You guys are cutting trees awful early. Can I look in the back truck?
You can.
Can I? Yeah. Here, let me get up there. Anytime you're putting something underneath Christmas trees this early, that there's a problem.
Hunting season is in full swing, and Montana Game Warden Rick Schmock is up before the sun.
Every year we get the occasional person that decides to shoot a mule deer buck down here in this trophy unit without a permit.
The warden tags hunting property with extra signs.
This is kind of the initial heads-up warning, and then if we have any problems, we can always come back and say, you know, it's properly signed.
Campsites fill up around the area. The warden keeps an eye on the crowd.
This is a piece of private ground. With block management, there's no driving on. And then there's a state section that there's signs right up here by the corrals where they drove in at that say road closed. So I'm just figuring out what they're doing here.
Schmock spots a truck in an area off limits.
Good, how are you? Yeah, did you guys see the sign here? A big sign that says road closed?
No, we didn't see that.
Okay, yeah.
We did run out of road though, so
Yeah.
I was actually aiming for down there.
Okay, all right. Well, just to give you a heads up, that could be a pretty significant citation.
Okay.
I mean, we put a lot of effort into signing these roads, and this piece of private down that you just drove through, if they close down, there's no more hunting because of that.
Oh, it is, okay.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna make a huge issue of it now, but just be mindful of it if you would. Appreciate
Okay.
it. So.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, thank you.
Wardens help mark areas off limits to hunters. Seems the extra signs don't always work.
What's going on?
Well, there's 4 people over here at the gravel pile.
Okay.
They parked right here by the gate that says area behind this sign closed to hunting.
Right.
And they walked back in there and shot an antelope.
Okay.
I just wanted to see if they had talked with you guys, or if they had permission, or if you knew anything about it, or how you wanted to proceed with that.
Schmock calls the landowner to check on 4 hunters tucked back on private property.
I believe it would have been day before yesterday, maybe. It was one day just here recently.
How's it going?
Fat and out of shape.
Fat and out of shape? You get one?
I did, yeah.
Good deal. Buck or doe or?
Buck.
Oh yeah, nice little buck. Perfect.
Then I got my tag right here. I didn't put it on him because I didn't have tape,
Ah,
but I got it cut out for
okay.
you.
I'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
Where did you get this at? Just right off that corn?
Yeah, we got him out the back. You know, we seen him along the interstate there, and then we seen a bunch back over here, so I pulled in and I talked to Wes down here.
Okay.
Riverbend, and he said it's not block management, but yeah, I'll let you go in there. But
Okay.
just please sign in at the box at the gates.
Okay. Well, that's a big thing. It just makes sure you guys signed in, and I know they don't allow a whole lot of hunting over here, so I called Jody, and she said she hadn't given any permission. It's just one of those things. I mean, you guys are close by, so I'm not in the business of making things bigger than what they are.
Meanwhile, Warden Nick Taylor patrols Region 5. Plenty of hunters are out on this weekend.
Look at that. Blood coming out tailgate. Didn't even notice it. It's like my first day all over again. Not a bad buck. He's awful bloody.
I double lunged him.
The warden asks to see paperwork.
Did you go by Robert or Bob?
Rob.
Rob, do you have your conservation license with you?
But this hunter's paperwork seems to be amiss.
And did you get on the colony or the state section?
State section.
Get on the state section? So one thing, do you have an updated block management sign-in slip? Because this one's only good for October 11th.
Well, she didn't date it for the days that come out here, so it was good for the whole season.
Nope, it doesn't work that way. It's good for 3 days. I need to see where you guys did kill it. Okay? Do you understand?
Well, we were chasing other antelope, so we actually didn't dress it out till we got past Shauna Road. So, I mean, I can show you. I mean, I had a tag and everything, of course.
Okay.
The men say they shot an antelope on state land but dressed it elsewhere. The warden isn't so sure their story adds up.
You know, their story could be right. They could have gutted it there. But if, you know, we better see a gut pile right by the road. But if there's not a gut pile, we're gonna have a problem. You know, I'm thinking these guys shot this on the colony and they weren't signed in. They were signed in a month ago. Right now, there's 3 guys in this truck. And typically, you know, if I didn't have the cameraman with me, I would have had the shooter sitting right there with me and I'd be yakking with him all the way down there. Because what you don't want is you don't want 3 guys getting their story right, which is exactly what they're doing right now. They're talking because there's a problem. But they've kind of told me enough already that the ship's either gonna sink or it's gonna float.
In Montana's Region 5, Warden Nick Taylor follows hunters back to where they claim they dressed their antelope.
Very good. You just loaded it up whole and...
You know, down there on the state land where I shot it, and then it went through the fence, and then it died on the Hutterite place. And we loaded it up right away because the antelope were heading east.
So it died on the Hutterite place?
Well, it died on the Hutterite place, yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't want these guys to lose their opportunity.
And where did you tag it at?
I tagged it down there.
You tagged it down there? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
All right, so-
Immediately beyond kill.
Right. Well, just take us down there, all right? He just told me the antelope's illegal. He said he shot it on the state section, and it ran off onto the Hutterite colony, which he was signed in a month ago. You gotta be signed in right now. And that's his story. I don't believe it. I think he shot on the Hutterite colony and just didn't sign in. It's a big buck for this area. I think he probably just got a little bit desperate. He's got excited, and he took advantage of an opportunity.
The men show the warden where they killed the big buck.
I see blood right here. Right there.
The hunter walks Taylor to the exact spot where the buck died.
Okay. And so where did you shoot from, Rob?
It was down there somewhere, over this way. They came this way, and this is where he died, and we drove up. You can see where we drug him through here.
Yep, I see that. And were you in the vehicle, Rob? Did you shoot from the vehicle?
I did not shoot from the vehicle.
Did you get out of the? Did you get out?
I was out of the truck when I shot.
Okay. Did you shoot from the road?
I was just off the road.
Okay. Can you show me where you shot from? That looks like it'd be a pretty tough shot if they were just on the other side of the fence line there. Kneeling down here because you're in a depression. Right through there, huh? Okay. You weren't completely upfront with me about where the antelope was killed. When I asked where the antelope was harvested, you said the Hutterite colony.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it changed to the state section bordering the Hutterite colony. And then when we got out of the gut pile, it changed back to, I shot it on the state section, it ran on the Hutterite colony and retrieved it. So I've had your story change a couple different times. That's why I don't have a lot of clarity. Do you understand why?
Well,
okay.
You know, my brother was talking there, and I questioned him when he was, you know, when we got in the truck, you know.
Okay.
And so, you know, what I just told you is how it happened.
Okay.
You know.
So there is an issue, okay? You weren't signed in for the Hoodwright colony and you retrieved an antelope off it. And so when I hear of an ungutted animal transported,
You need to look at it.
right away I'm thinking there's some problems here, okay? I am gonna cite you for hunt without land permission, okay? Not the end of the world. Unfortunately, the antelope does come with me. When it's retrieved unlawfully, I gotta take it, okay? And I don't want you breaking the law, being in unlawful possession of a game animal, which is one of our top tier laws. And it sounds like you were driving the vehicle. You can't drive off-road, okay? And so I am gonna cite you for that, okay? Unfortunately, where I'm at is I feel like I got some of the truth here, but I do not feel like I got the whole truth, which is disappointing, and I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. We dealt with the issues that we could prove. We dealt with the issues that we had present in front of us. That one's done and over with. Go to the next one.
Back in Region 4, Warden John Lasovsky stops a suspicious truck just outside town.
You guys are cutting trees off early. Can I look in the back truck? Can I? Yeah. Is it in there? Okay. Whose elk is it?
No, it's a deer.
It's a deer? Who's it?
Can I put a coat on?
Yeah, please do.
It's Jack deer.
Jack?
It's out of Great Falls.
Okay.
The warden finds a deer hidden under the trees.
So tell me one more time, John, is who?
Well, Jack is what we call him.
Is Jack?
He's
Okay.
good friends with my father.
Okay, and you guys are at Two Creeks?
Yeah, this is his dog.
All right, does he have any sort of way for me to talk to him at all? Phone number, anything like that? So how it usually works is if you're gonna transport his buck, you have some sort of slip that gives you permission to have it. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise what I got is a deer with just, you know, Jack's deer with you and Jack isn't around. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
Okay.
The warden calls dispatch. He wants to contact the man who allegedly shot the deer.
What I'd like to know is if John got a 4-point whitetail buck today. Could you ask that question for me, please? Moreover, I'll be real interested to know if you get his dad on the phone at all. That would be a big plus. It's the 9th of November. Nobody cuts a Christmas tree that early. And he's got 2. He's covering that deer up. We need to come here because I think we're right on the money, but we don't have no way to hold that deer.
Dispatch calls back.
9495.
Go ahead.
There's nobody at that location.
Go ahead.
There's nobody at that location.
In Montana's Region 4, Warden John Lasovsky investigates a hunter with 2 Christmas trees in the back of his truck.
This deer isn't legal in my mind. We're gonna have a talk and see what we can come up with. It's the 9th of November, and you're cutting a Christmas tree. They're gonna be dead within 4 weeks. So what I'm saying is, do you know what that looks like for me? I mean,
I'm not trying to break the law, sir.
The warden finds a small white-tailed buck hidden under the trees. The driver says he's transporting it for another hunter, but the warden doesn't buy the story.
I mean, honestly, if this was a deal where we're just trying to get him some meat, I get that.
Well,
If this is a deal where you're taking it and you're gonna go do it and you're gonna fill another tag, your tag, I don't get that.
sir, it's not meat for John.
Right,
It's meat for me, but he shot the deer.
right. For me, I'm hoping you're shooting straight with me because I don't feel good about this. I just don't. So it is what it is. Let's take it a little further. Let's roll down the road here, and then we'll take it from there.
Warden Lasovsky is still waiting to see if contact can be made with a hunter who allegedly shot the buck.
Well, he's minding his P's and Q's, isn't he?
Dispatch calls back.
Be advised, I have that individual on a landline, and he said he got a 3-point buck, thinks about noon in area 446.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I think that kind of settles it.
Turns out the driver's story might be true.
1523.
That basically is the guy that's got the deer tag that is on that buck, but that doesn't mean that there wasn't a phone call made before I could get to him. So I'm stuck. It just is what it is. So we talked to this guy, and we're good, okay?
Okay.
So we're caught good. You see where it was at with me.
I'm fine with
I know, but you understand. I mean, it was just a big, flag for us. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Enjoy your trees. And if you can, next time, have a transport slip and we'll be all good.
I'll do that.
All right.
Sorry.
No, it is what it is. We got her squared up, and I appreciate you taking the time.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you.
In Montana's Region 3, Warden Rick Schmock hits the road during antelope season.
Game warden's pulling up. And they're all like, what? How are ya? Good. Trying to knock an antelope down, or?
Yeah, he's got an antelope beat tag, still tag.
These hunters
too far
just
out
shot
there,
an
or what?
antelope on private land they have permission to hunt.
You already shot it? Put a hole in it?
Yeah, I got it. It hit
Oh,
him
really?
on this side, yeah.
Problem is, the wounded animal jumped a fence to another piece of private property. The men do not have permission to access that land.
I ran into this group during archery season and had complaints on them for hunting from the road. I ended up making a stop on them and giving them the, you guys need to clean it up, make it work type deal. Same group, got to kill an antelope. Got permission from the landowner to be in there and pursue these antelope. Apparently took one or two shots and they thought they hit her twice, doe antelope. You know, now she's crossed the fence from one piece of property that they had permission to be on onto another that typically doesn't allow much for access. So we're trying to make arrangements here to get a hold of that landowner, see if we can get these guys in there to finish off this antelope so it doesn't go to waste or suffer or anything like that.
Back up in Region 4, Warden John Lisowski patrols a local campsite. He discovers a strange-looking tarp and decides to investigate.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
Inside, an antelope doe without a proper harvest tag.
It's on the inside, huh?
The man who shot the animal shows up in camp.
How are you? Are you wet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just realized that I didn't put my tag on when we pulled it back to the river.
Yeah. Let's take a peek.
The paperwork checks out, but the hunter did not properly tag his harvest.
This needs to be on the animal,
Yeah,
right?
I'm sorry.
You kind of understand where we're at with this, what this does for me. It's a pretty big flag.
Yeah.
The warden tickets this hunter for failure to properly tag his animal.
You're a good man. All right. Well, I appreciate you being cordial about it. And
Yeah, thanks for the wake-up call.
Because the doe appears to be wet and unfit for consumption, Lisowski decided to not confiscate the carcass.
they drug it across the river to try to get it out and had drug it for quite a ways, and it really didn't look like it was fit for consumption with the food bank. So I ended up seizing the animal and reseeding it back to him. So he got to keep his antelope, but I think he gets it.
Over in Region 3, Warden Rick Schmock tries to help hunters who shot and wounded an antelope. It jumped a fence to private property where the men do not have permission to hunt.
So we're trying to make arrangements here to get a hold of that landowner.
The warden spends the afternoon trying to track down the landowner.
I'm not going to stand there and debate it with them. You know, it becomes a private property right, which has been tested and proven through not only Montana Supreme Court, but United States Supreme Court. I mean, it's a basis for the Constitution. And so they're trying to put the blame on the landowner that doesn't allow access, that, you know, basically saying it's BS that people can't go retrieve an animal that was shot and and went over onto that property. Well, you know what? There again is an example of the accountability. I mean, it's something they've got to consider, putting themselves in those kind of positions. You know, and they're not thinking that far ahead. What if something happens, you know?
After repeated attempts, he fails to obtain permission to access the land.
Well, we tried. You guys tried, I tried. I mean, what else nobody's there.
Yeah, well, she actually trotted off over the hill.
Okay, well, good.
You know.
Well, you know, I mean,
feel good about it.
I'm glad you don't. I'm glad you don't. I mean, I was telling him maybe it's sadistic, but I'm glad to see it. I am. That tells me a lot about your character and a lot about how your dad raised you. You know, and that's what it should be about, guys. This, not this. You know, I mean, it should be about this.
I really appreciate it.
Nope. It is what it is. Nope, it is what it is, guys. Thanks for sticking around and trying to do what you could. And if you guys need anything else, you've got my card. If something goes on out there that I need to know about, I'd greatly appreciate a call. So I wish you guys the best of your hunt.